Alright, this movie was so good. I can't even lie to you. Alright, I just made a video on it the other day, but guess what? I'm gonna make another one. Alright, so we're ready to talk about the doomed romance part of this movie, because look, it is so crazy that this happened twice in less than 8 months. Alright, first with Arcane, next with K-pop. Hunt Demon Hunters, alright? I don't get the reason why they keep doing this. Netflix, I don't know. What is your fascination, huh? What's your fascination with this, huh? I know that y'all aren't the ones that made the movie, but y'all keep pitting these movies out. Like, what is your fascination with just making two people not have a good romance, you know? They always have the good chemistry, good everything. But guess what? Everything else after that is destroyed. Alright, because of you. I just want them to get together. One hug, something. You know what? They did technically get a hug at the beginning of the movie, but nobody cares about that. We care about the end of the movie, alright? Alright, before I really get into this, alright, this Soda Pop song, low-key reminded me, the first time I watched it, I was like, what this reminded me of? It was a Nanny Gonzalez video, right? And let me tell you one thing, I couldn't take this song that serious because it reminded me of that Spooky House video he did, and the tune of the beginning of the song, like the little opening song, and he sang over it, reminded me of this song so much that that's all I could think about every single time I heard the song.
You're all I can think of, every drop I drink up, you're my soda pop.
Little creepy, might have blown his wife up. He's a creepy kinda guy.
So that's really, like, I've been holding this off until I made a video. I was like, this song sounds so much like this. And I was just waiting until I got this video done to be able to even say that. Because this is what this really reminds me of. Alright, let's just start off at what I gotta say, alright? What is the reason for him to, what's that ending, huh? What's the reason for that to happen again? If they don't give us a sequel, alright, if they don't have us a sequel where he somehow magically comes out the sword and somehow becomes his own body because she has a soul, I don't want it, alright? And the other Saja boys, alright, if their souls don't come out the sword too, I don't know what to say. Alright, I know that they got sliced and diced and hammed and slammed, but let me tell you one thing, if they don't come back, I don't know what to say anymore, alright? I need a full video, I need a whole movie of, like, you know, the Alvin and Chipmunk Squeakle, alright? You know, at the very end when they all come together and make their own song, that's what I need at the very end, alright? I need them to have little pairings and all that stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about no more, but let's just jump into it, alright? So first things first, it came to my attention that he was not wearing a bracelet, alright? Who had the bright idea to have them show the bracelet and then make him not wear the bracelet, alright? He had to have it on his pinky toe, on his big toe. He had to have it somewhere on his feet because there's no way he didn't have it on. Alright, he probably had it under that hat because you can't make me think that he was not wearing the bracelet at all. Alright, okay? They had the whole scene with the tiger going in. Maybe they just wanted to know that he really thought about her. But guess what? I need him to wear it. He probably had it on his pinky toe. Okay? We're gonna really just think, we're gonna stick to that. Alright? Delusion. Who cares? Alright, we're staying into the meat and potatoes, the thought that he had it on his pinky toe. Cause he either had it there or he had it nowhere. Alright, but he had it on, so he had to have it on his toes. Okay? Let's just say this real quick. They are meant to be, alright? Okay. Let's just go into this part real quick, alright? He made her really appreciate her markings, her demon markings. At the beginning of the movie, she was like, oh, demons need to lose and all that. And then he was like, guess what? Do you know demons really feel? Cause she believed that they didn't feel. But let's just skip to the end because I already brought this up in the last video. This video though, look at this. So when he was like, oh, I gave my soul is back because of you, right? And he really learned how to get his soul back. She learned to appreciate her markings and make a new honeymoon. And if she didn't do that, guess what? They would have all been taken away by the demons. So let's really think about it. Every single time they met up, he reassured her how demons really feel. Because if it wasn't for that, she would have thought for her whole entire life that demons were just terrible people. Maybe they did terrible things, but they aren't terrible people, might I say. You know what I mean? Maybe they did cause the mass destruction of like 50,000 people. But who cares, right? There could always be redemption. Like Steve Harrington, he's redeemed. He might have not took away 50,000 people, but he still got redeemed. So yeah, no matter what they did in this movie, 3 times the amount of missing reports, I still don't care. I really don't. He had to go to some people, but to me, he had to stay. So let's think about it like that real quick, alright? Because if it wasn't for him, I'm pretty sure they got their souls back anyway, alright? We're just gonna believe that. They just got their souls back anyway. They got the golden honeymoon anyway, alright? She can show her markings anyway, alright? So let's just say one thing. If it wasn't for him, she would have had to hide her markings the entire time, and all these people's souls would have been gone anyway, alright? So, they came back, alright? They started flying, they learned how to fly, they learned how to do all this. So if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have been able to do all this supernatural stuff. Alright, I got one thing to say, alright? So after he got evaporated, you're telling me they didn't have a single scene about her reminiscing? Huh? After that, they just go to the bathtub and think it's all fun and games, huh? After all that, you're telling me she don't even have a single thought about him? You know what? You know what? In the next movie, I'm gonna need y'all to go back on that. But now, Netflix. This is the part I really want to talk about. Y'all made them do all this and not have a single hugging scene besides the beginning, huh? You had them holding hands, flying in the sky during Free. You didn't have them hug or nothing. You just made them look at each other and bye bye. Like, come on, man. That's not what I want to see. I want to see them actually become something. Alright, this should have been a show. Alright, if this was a show, they could have hugged, they could have did all that. But no. You had the bright idea to make it so, oh, let's do all this. And then he gets evaporated at the very end of the movie. Who thought that was a good idea at the Netflix executive staff, huh? No, not even Netflix. I won't even put this on Netflix, alright? Netflix promoted this show. They promoted this movie. They put this movie on their own site, alright? In a span of 8 months, you thought it was a good idea to have Jinx and Echo and then have them two? What type of, you know what? Sony. Whoever made this movie, alright? I know Sony and them animated it. But the people who made this movie, just know one thing, alright? I'm watching you. I always watch you. I won't forgive you until you make a sequel. Alright? I won't forgive you until you make a sequel. But even then, this is a great movie. Can't even lie to you. This movie was so good, bro. It was such a great movie, bro. Their romance is so doomed, though, bro. He made her really believe in herself. And at the end of the movie, she had to believe in him and use his soul to take out Guima. So, we're good, bro. This movie was so good. Every song in the movie slap, alright? I can't even lie to you. Every single song in the movie is great, bro. But the best song, y'all already know what the best song is. The last song, wait, not the last one. Your Idol, alright? It's one of the last songs in the movie. Best song in the entire movie. Hands down. I'm gonna say it every single video I do from now on. Every single movie video I do from now on. I'm gonna mention this movie and mention Your Idol. I don't care. Every single time. That is something I'm gonna do now. Just mention that part. Your Idol. Your Idol. Your Idol. Best song in the entire movie. That's what I gotta say for real, for this one. I just yapped. But who cares? Because it was doomed romance for real. And I need Netflix. If you don't let them have a sequel, I know they're gonna have one, but if you don't let them have a sequel, know one thing, I will take matters in my own hands and make my own. If I could do all that.